Leah Boston, and it's Brianna Jones in right back. So a pair of turnovers here to start.
Allowing Connecticut to get it extra.
She's a gold medalist Monday to get closer to their playoff. Here's Ty Harris.
Take away the help in that as well.
Into that early 1-8 hole.
Screen action forcing that switch, but getting points inside.
One Carrington flips it. Alyssa Thomas Hayland.
Hall of Fame on October, and of course coming off
A bit out of the gates here, keeping control of the
Connecticut. Too many easy looks.
Boston's first touch, backing her way in, and
Ball, if she's going to go one-on-one in the
double-double of the season. And she here as Carrington gets inside the step in Atlanta.
And Caitlin Clark her own.
Jones deep position.
And she leads the league in unassisted basket.
Clark for the Indiana Fever as an assistant.
I'm bored. Would you come in the locker room and hang? It was fun.
Bonner shot.
Oh, look at that back door. Beautiful. Mitchell did. It's beautiful.
Team, they're aggressive defensively.
Most teams aren't bringing two to the ball to her.
Extra pass, Lexi Hole.
Caitlin Clark.
Mabry on the other set, but the Fever give it away. And Clark launches. And
Since the break.
so who came over at the Olympic break. Smith spinning on the baseline. VP runner-up a year ago. Last year with 2 fouls as Clark gets in. 7 points here for Caitlin Clark. Bonner sizing up Mabry. Mitchell knocks a minutes right back into high gear as Carrington spins and feeds for Thomas. And a backdoor pass. Another one is Clark. Can slow you down, get you into the hack. They held New York to just
6 basket cut by Mabry.
It's away right into the hands of Mitchell. Feed to Smith. Who barrels. That's an average.
Hall hit one. Melissa Smith.
Well, this game run here for Erica Wheeler. Mitchell is open. And it's flat tonight. Aaliyah Boston as Bonner lost it. Found its way to Kemp.
What I would label a team, then letting them score in transition. With 1:27 to play.
Lexi Hole getting her second.
You know, everybody's safe before they fly.
Carrington spinning inside, fading, and
to Connecticut on the road. Right there, you know. Make it hard.
On there, the Fever have 17 of their 20 road games all.
Other on the Indiana bench.
But it's a little 2-man game as Dantis gets in. Bonner setting the screen. Bonner has to hoist from way outside with 11. Here's wraparound pass, and Boston. Connecticut had an early 6-point lead. Mabry launches, and there in the paint, right back for Boston. 4 points on sets up Olivia Nelson-Ododa. Ty Harris going behind the back and gets
shot. You got to quickly convert.
There's Mabry off the screen, but it wasn't. Who's so lethal in transition. Wheeler steps into a 3.
The buckets here tonight.
21-foot 3-pointer earlier. Extra pass, Lexi Hole. Jones with a huge size advantage on Clark. Dantis pulls up. Thomas is open.
Remember, Stephanie was a part of the first 10 of Fever games. How about that?
9, Connecticut by 6. Mitchell here as well, a key midseason acquisition.
Run so hard to the other end.
That's the second. Every Monday and Tuesday, it's the perfect place. Fieldhouse. Boston kick out. Here is Clark.
Allows Clark to get a deflection.
Stephanie White's group is hey. Lexi Hole has to fire. And here is Mabry. Clark wide open. Knocks down.
And shooting it well. They already have 8.
For Lexi Hole. Who buried. Comprehensible 13 for screen. Waits for Boston, who cashes.
Screening action.
Mabry just hits the
when it comes to Simone Biles.
Basketball here as Smith gets in. Foul. It will not count.
Mitchell.
Mabry catch and shoot. Clark way outside. It over likely a little bit too much for defense. From early June, the last time.
See Caitlin Clark trying to that inversion to the block.
Mitchell sidestep. Been held relatively in check since. She's just hurry, just sees the clock fire away.
Run Indiana off the 3-point.
Smith's trying to create on the drive. Hang past Carrington. It was right on the money.
What kind of pass you want to throw in transition? No one.
Early struggled offensively in the second. Bouncing Boston step through.
Look how you back off Alyssa Thomas.
Second effort, it won't fall. Brianna Jones. Smith taps it. Carrington this year. And Bonner. And so a 9-point. And so Bonner with the Atlanta, it ended up maybe being the pivotal possession. With the steal, and Connecticut gave them pay. Smith with the putback and a hole off the screen. And Thomas just bulls over an Alyssa. The step through, the find to Bonner. Lexi Hole fire away. Bonner dangerous. Smith gets in.
Strong side, but when you catch it that deep.
And it's just gone. Where to me catchings was. In fact, Benlay has checked back in. And Carrington has to. That could trigger Indiana's offense here. Fake Clark the drive, and they got her. Here's Boston. Mitchell behind the defense. Is that outlet pass already? I would say fourth assist. Here is Jones from the mid-range. Boston pulls up. Oh, to pull that out there. Clark, step back. Hits a defense for that. Carry this time. Oh, she gets it. Quick points here for Caitlin Clark. In the first half. Back on the floor here to Mitchell. Pulls up. They bring off the screen. In fact, on its way out to Carrington, who can even be a jump ball, but the Fever do win it. Tag Benlay with the reverse. The rim has been so improved here out of the pass. Mitchell is wide open.
This is jacked up, and Mabry
more looking aggressive. That's a deep gets there. And here's Mabry from
buckets.
Clark splits the double.
She hasn't really needed it.
Yeah. Inside Nelson Adota over Boston. Pounding defense by Carrington. 20th pick in 2021. Here's Burton going coast to coast. And
Pass. Just a good
clock. We wind down the third quarter. Let it fly. And
Indiana has. It's really hard to help. Christy Size and her staff do an excellent job. She has not missed at the free throw line.
Has been excellent again here for Indiana. Whips it in for Mitchell. Smith came down in the fourth. It's been negated in large part off of the turnover here tonight.
Gets a hand on it.
And
you know it's coming.
Oh, with the slant route there. Caitlin Cree sets up Burton. Clark fires.
She's getting that.
And the pass was a little too far ahead.
Can Indiana work?
Backing her way inside. Deep position. Your 12th double-double of the season. Going to work on Smith. Oh, ran right into a wall here as well.
What a roar. Generational, and there's goats, and it's over you, Caitlin.
Certainly. Oh, Carrington.
They have D'd up in the quarter court. They've been
Smith, the shot fake, driving on Thomas.
Hacking Indiana's defense downhill.
Shooting. Mabry off balance. But Connecticut swats at it. Oh, look
here.
Boston and going back at Thomas. Got right around her. As the Fever trying to turn the corner, gets inside, and
she stops the ball.
Fast break point as Mitchell fires.
Third in the league in what is called
consecutive 20-point games as Jones. Oh, Boston the spin. Oh, again, more fast break opportunity. Thomas is just 1 of 4 from the line.
She had so much other.
Again this season. And connect for Mitchell, catch and shoot. Barry earned their 15th win as Mabry corner feeds Boston. Won't miss that. Starters are some big minutes down the stretch. Mabry hits. Down to 9. Mitchell catch and shoot. Hit.
Mark that down, Pat. One.
Thomas handoff. Mabry. Clark on the drive. Clark lays it in. Back door. Here is Burton runs. Thomas splits the double. Seconds, a sold-out crowd to their shrugs are off. Oh. Actually, Hole has the. Here's a look at our Indy.
Yeah, she's dangerous here in her. Well, I like
it. The 2-for-1. Thomas had it knocked away.
Here, Kelsey Mitchell, I would not let catch it.
Hole. And Hole challenging a turnover there.
Well, to keep the ball.
And Hole. White will use a reset timeout. Got Carrington. She is open. In their last 10 home games, the playoffs is down to 6. And this young group has come through.
Season, the only one left is Vegas in the paint.
Here's Nalissa Smith trying to create on the drive. Hank, and another turnover. Outlet pass Carrington. It was right on the money.
Carrington to finish. That's the kind of pass you want to throw in transition. No one.
Got down 8-2 early. Struggled offensively in the second. Clark bouncing. Boston step through.
Look how you back off Alyssa Thomas. Inside out against her.
Bonner on a second effort. It won't fall. So it's Nalissa Smith, Brianna Jones. Smith taps it. Carrot struggled on these jump ball situations here this year. And Bonner
out of the way.
And so a 9-point. And so Bonner with the 5-point possession late against Atlanta. It ended up maybe being the pivotal possession. And Clark gives it away. It's Carrington with the steal, and Connecticut can't make them pay. Smith with the putback, and it. Bonner working on Lexi Hull off the screen. And Thomas just bulls over and Alyssa. Carrington, the hesitation, the step through, the find to Bonner.
The ball.
Lexi Hole fire away. Bonner dangerous to Thomas.
That's how you stop the ball.
Smith gets in.
Time to load up to the strong side, but when you catch it that deep.
It's here tonight, but has 9 points. And has just gone. That's 22 weeks where Tamika Catchings was. Coming back, Benley has checked back in. 4 fouls for Smith, 4 for Hole. Pass to nobody in particular, and Carrington has to see if that could trigger Indiana's offense here. Clark the shot fake, Clark the drive, and they got her.
Dribble entries.
Here's Boston long, and now it's Clark. Launch ahead, Mitchell behind the defense. And she deploys that outlet pass already, I would say. It's Caitlin Clark's 4th assist. Here is Jones from the mid-range. Trying to clear out some space for she and Boston. Boston pulls up. Clark behind the back. Oh, to pull that out there. Kevin Fahey says, no, you will not. In fact, Clark, step back, hits a There's no defense for that. Carry. What does Clark have up her sleeve this time? Oh, she gets it. 5 quick points here for Caitlin Clark.
They might.
Gotten the fans here fired up. And 10 good minutes in the first half. Back on the floor here to Mitchell pulls up. What Connecticut gives up per game. Mabry off the screen. In fact, it to her. Thomas fumbles it, but found its way out to Carrington, who you can make a case that shouldn't even be a jump ball, but the Fever do win it. And Clark gets inside. Here's Fagbenle with the reverse. Indiana's defense at the rim has been so improved here out of the Boston. Hesitation, extra pass. Mitchell is wide open.
This place is jacked up, and Mabry
within 5. Here's Mitchell looking for more, looking aggressive. That's a deep. It'll be a new franchise record when she gets there. And here's Mabry from.
She can make buckets.
Clark splits the of her repertoire.
Well, she hasn't really needed it.
Yeah. Bounce past Thomas. Back inside, Nelson Adota over Boston lately. Pounding defense by Carrington. She was here by this franchise, the 20th pick in 2021. What a sequence there by Carrington. Here's Burton going coast to coast. And
Wheeler stunts, tries to get her to pass. Just a good
second differential, shot clock and game clock. We wind down the 3rd quarter. Back for Boston. Boston will let it fly. And
when you got shooters in the corner like Indiana has, it's really hard to help with their offensive scheming. Christy Size and her staff do an excellent job.
Up here in the second half. She's been in the 3rd quarter.
She has not missed at the free throw line.
Mitchell with 18. That backcourt has been excellent again here for Indiana. Making her way in on Burton. Shot clock down to 5. Whips it in for Mitchell. Smith came down. For Indiana. Really high number here early in the 4th. It's been negated in large part. We have actually outscored the Sun off of the turnover here tonight.
Careful, because she can do that, and she gets a hand on it.
And an answer on the other end. What a pass.
You know it's coming.
Lexi Hole with the slant route there. Caitlin clears Thomas. 1 dribble, extra pass. Mabry sets up Burton. She sticks right with her. Clark fires.
Careful right here. She's upset. She's getting out.
On the drive, last minute looking for Boston. The pass was a little too far ahead.
Connecticut really making Indiana work.
Boston backing her way inside, deep position, closing in on what would be her 12th double-double of the season. Thomas going to work on Smith.
To make sure you defend her and not let her get that deep.
Oh, ran right into a wall.
Got the chills.
Gabby Thomas is here as well.
What a roar before. There's generational, and there's goats, and it's over you.
Proud.
Or 4th if you count Caitlin.
Certainly. Oh, Carrington.
Connecticut's pace. They have D'd up in the quarter court. They've been.
Smith the shot fake, driving on Thomas. Hang.
Attacking Indiana's defense downhill.
Space out there. Indiana fine with her shooting. Mabry off balance. Boston right there underneath, but Connecticut swats at it. Oh, look.
Both ends. Indiana has to be sharp right here.
Boston and now it's Smith going back at Thomas, got right around her. As the Fever are trying to turn the corner, gets inside, and
it's 5-on-4 going the other way, and nobody stops the ball. Off and misses.
21 fast break points as Mitchell fires.
Point game. Kelsey Mitchell is third in the league in what is called
record holder for consecutive 20-point games as Jones her way off Burton, feeds to Boston. Oh, Boston the spin. Oh. And once again, more fast break opportunity. And Thomas is just 1 of 4 from the line.
She's been able to survive because she had so much other
years ago, and will be high on those charts again this season. And the 3. Hole back for Mitchell, catch and shoot. Barry out. Indiana trying to earn their 15th win as Mabry
and cut.
Mitchell turns the corner, feeds Boston, won't miss that. And now into double figures, all 5 Fever starters are.
Up for Mabry.
Burton getting some big minutes down the stretch. Mabry not on the floor right now here for Connecticut. Screen behind the back to Boston, shot clock down to 9. Mitchell catch and shoot, hit. Oh, that's
wow.
A bad miss at a bad time.
Mark that down, Pat. 1.
Thomas, handoff, Mabry.
Really sharp right here, no game slippage.
Clark on the drive, Clark lays it in. Back door, here as Burton runs. They'll work the way of Thomas. Thomas splits the double. Final 60 seconds, a sold-out crowd to there. It's the start of June. Clark shrugs her off.
Oh. One opportunity here, late game.
Actually, Hole has 5. Here's a look at our Indy. Bonner just checks back in.
Yeah, she's dangerous here in her.
On Mabry, that had been Hole's assignments.
Well, I like
this. Thomas, shot clock down to 4. They're not going to get the 2 for 1. Thomas had it knocked away.
So I would not let Caitlin Clark catch it here. Kelsey Mitchell, I would not let catch it.
4, they get it into Boston, back to Hole. And Hole, foul. Right. You had what could have been a challenge and a turnover there.
Well, which allowed Indiana to keep the ball.
And Hole starting lineup, so Stephanie White will use a reset timeout. Mabry off the screen, weaves inside, kick out Carrington, she is open. It's 9 wins in their last 10 home games, and their magic number to make the playoffs is down to 6. Tested late here tonight, and this young group has come through.
This group had not beaten this season. The only one left is Vegas.